VerseLocker is a free online tool that helps you memorize scripture. And after you've created your account, the next step is to add some memory verses to your account. And you'll do that by clicking on the Add Verses button. And on this page, you'll just enter the reference of the passage that you'd like to memorize. And you'll enter it in two parts. First, enter the name of the book that you're memorizing from, and then enter the reference of your memory passage like this. And you can choose from several different translation options, and if your favorite translation is not mentioned here, then you can simply type or paste the verse text manually in the verse text field. Otherwise, choose your favorite translation from the drop-down list and then click Import Verse Text, and VerseLocker will retrieve the verse text for you automatically. You could also enter a range of verses, for example, Genesis 2:2 through 5. And then when you click Import Verse Text again, VerseLocker would get all of the verses in that passage. You could even memorize a complete chapter of Scripture by entering the chapter number without the verse numbers. And VerseLocker gets all of the verses in that chapter. Once you're ready to go, scroll down and click on the green Add Now button. And VerseLocker will add this memory passage to your account. And you can come back to the All Verses page to see your verses, and you'll notice that Psalm 23 is here waiting for us at the top. And we can begin memorizing it by clicking the green Practice button. And VerseLocker offers 3 tools to help you memorize your verses: Blur, Initials, and Type. And Blur is my favorite, and it works very simply. You'll just start by reading the passage out loud as it is displayed on the screen. And once you reach the end, click on the blue Blur button. And when you do that, you'll notice that a number of words are hidden from the screen. And you'll try to read it again, filling in those blanks from memory. And if you need help, just tap on one of the missing words to see what it is. And once you reach the end, click Blur again, and even more words will be blurred out. And you'll just continue in that fashion until all of the words are blurred out and you're saying the entire passage from memory. The Initials feature is very helpful as well, and that simply replaces each word with the first letter of that word. So the Lord is my shepherd becomes TLIMS. And you can tap on one of the letters to see the word that it represents. And Type is helpful also, and on this page you'll type your passage from memory. And the feedback section will show you which portions of the verse you've correctly typed in green, and if you've made any errors, for example, if you forgot a word, it will highlight that in red. On all 3 of these pages, you'll also want to notice the play button, and when you tap on that play button, VerseLocker will read your passage to you on a loop. Once you feel like you know your verse, go ahead and click this button to mark it memorized. Another feature of VerseLocker that you'll want to notice is the Collections feature, and that's up here in the menu bar. And you can click on View All to see all of the collections that you've created. And if you're a new user, you probably haven't created any collections yet. So let's go ahead and walk through that process together by clicking the green New Collection button. And essentially, a collection is like a folder that contains certain memory verses that you're working on. And so I'd like to create a collection of all of the verses that I know from the Psalms. And so I'll call this collection Psalms. And we can give it a color if we'd like, and click Create Collection. And we can see that VerseLocker has created that collection for us. It's here at the top, and we can click on it to begin adding some verses to this collection. And when you click on the Add Verses button, you have 2 choices. You can either add brand new verses to the collection, ones that are not yet in your account, or you can add some of your existing verses to this collection. So let's add some existing verses to the collection. And on this page, you'll see a list of all of the verses in your account. And of course, it would take a while to sort through all of those and find the ones that are from Psalms. And so I'll use the search feature to quickly find all of my verses that are from Psalms. I'll click Search, and then choose Search My Verses, and we can either search by verse text or by reference. In this case, we'd like to search by reference, and I'll just type in Psalm, and then click Search. And now I can see all of my verses that are from Psalms. And so I'll click Select All, and then Add Selected. And that will add all of those verses to my collection. And so now my Psalms collection includes those memory verses from Psalms. And so it's very easy to get to that collection. Now I just have to come to the menu bar, hover over Collections, and then my Psalms collection is right here. I could just click on it and begin working on those verses right away. VerseLocker also offers a number of downloadable collections, and you can do that and explore those options by coming to Collections, View All, and then clicking on Downloadable Collections. And on this page, you can look at some of the collections that we offer. For example, you could memorize 32 verses containing various promises of God, and you could click Add to My Account, and with just a few clicks, you could add all 32 of those verses to your account. Well, those are the basics of VerseLocker. There are some other features you'll want to explore, especially under the Community tab. You can add friends who receive weekly updates on your progress. You can see where you rank on the leaderboard. You can comment on the blog. And you could also even download some of your verses as a PDF that you can print out and keep with you. We hope the VerseLocker helps you memorize Scripture more effectively, and we hope that you won't hesitate to let us know if you have any questions or comments. Thanks so much.